It was a typical Friday evening. I was sitting on the couch, scrolling through my phone, when Laura walked in. Her face looked pale, and my heart immediately tightened. She had always been someone who wore her emotions openly, never hiding what she felt. So when she came in looking shaken, I instantly knew something was wrong. Laura was my partner, my rock, the person I thought I could count on no matter what. Seeing her like that sent a chill down my spine. At first, I told myself it was probably just work. She had been under a lot of pressure lately, late nights at the office, endless meetings, and the stress of workplace politics. But when I looked up and saw her staring at the floor, nervously twisting the hem of her shirt between her fingers, I knew this was different. This wasn't just stress. "Laura?" I asked carefully, trying to keep my voice steady even though I could already feel anxiety creeping in. "What's going on?" She hesitated before lowering herself onto the couch beside me. Her eyes were bloodshot, like she hadn't slept properly in days. Her lips trembled as she opened her mouth. "I need to tell you something," she whispered, her voice barely holding together. "And I don't know how to say it, but you deserve to know the truth." My heart dropped. Fear gripped me, and my mind spun through possibilities. Was she leaving me? Was she sick? Was there something terrible she had been hiding all this time? Then the words fell from her lips like a blade. "I've been unfaithful." I froze. The sound of her confession rang in my ears, sharp and heavy. I just stared at her, unable to process what I had heard. Unfaithful. The word didn't even make sense when it came from her mouth. This was the woman I trusted above anyone else. My partner. My everything. How could she say this? My thoughts tangled into a storm of questions, but none of them mattered as much as the one that kept repeating in my head. Why? "Everyone cheats," she said bitterly. "And I got caught up in it too." Her words hit me like a punch to the gut. Everyone cheats. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had always believed in us. Our promises, our loyalty. She had always seemed so dedicated. The idea that not only she had betrayed me, but that it was common where she worked, was something I couldn't even begin to wrap my head around. "I didn't want to," she continued, her voice cracking under the weight of guilt. "But I didn't know how to stop. It just happened. The flirting, the attention, the pressure, it all pulled me in. And before I knew it, I was part of it. It wasn't just one person either. It became this thing. An unspoken agreement at work. Everyone does it, and I fell into it too." My chest tightened as her words sank in. She wasn't just confessing to a single mistake. She was revealing a pattern, a toxic culture that normalized betrayal. Her office wasn't just a workplace. It was a breeding ground for secrecy and infidelity. "What do you mean, everyone cheats?" I asked, my voice low and shaking. "It's just how it is there," she said through tears that streamed freely down her face. "Nobody says it out loud, but everyone knows. Affairs, flirting, lies, it's all part of the environment. And I got sucked in. I didn't want to hurt you, but I did." The room felt smaller with every word she spoke, as though the walls were closing in on me. I had always known workplace dynamics could get messy, but this was something else entirely. This was systematic dishonesty, a collective betrayal. "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" I whispered. Her shoulders shook as she lowered her head. "I didn't know how. I was ashamed. I was terrified you'd hate me. But I couldn't keep living this lie. You deserve to know." Silence filled the room like a heavy fog. My mind was spinning. For years, I had trusted her completely. I had believed in the life we were building. But now, in an instant, all of it, our love, our trust, our future, was shattered. I looked at her, but for the first time, I didn't recognize her. This wasn't the woman I thought I knew. The betrayal cut deeper than I could have ever imagined. It wasn't just about her affairs. It was about the lies, the secrecy, the double life she had been living. And what made it worse was that her entire workplace seemed to be complicit. Her expression shifted then. Beneath the guilt and shame, I could see something else. Self-loathing. A desperate hunger for redemption. She regretted it, that much was clear. But I couldn't see a way forward. Not in that moment. The following days were hollow. We tried to talk, tried to mend something that had already been torn apart, but every conversation only widened the distance between us. Trust had been broken, and no words could put it back together. I found myself at a crossroads. Could I forgive her? Could I rebuild from the wreckage? Or was it time to walk away? The hardest part wasn't just the affairs. It was the realization that maybe our marriage had always been fragile. And as much as I wanted to fight for what we had built, I didn't know if I could ever trust her again. After countless sleepless nights and painful conversations, the truth became clear. I couldn't keep living under the shadow of betrayal. For my own sanity, and for whatever future I had left, I had to walk away. It wasn't a decision I wanted to make. I didn't want to let go of the family we had built, the dreams we once shared. But love and trust must walk together, and without trust, there is nothing. In the months that followed, Laura and I went our separate ways. We both spent time reflecting, reevaluating, and trying to heal. The pain of betrayal didn't disappear, but I began to find strength in moving forward. I wished things had turned out differently. I wished we had been strong enough to fix it. But some things, once broken, can't be restored. All you can do is learn from them, carry the lessons, and rebuild yourself stronger than before.